Hello, everybody, and welcome to another live broadcast. I am Milo Giggles. This here is my brother Joey Schitz, and together we make Schitz and Giggles. How you doing, my brother? You look a little bit confused over there. You look like you're searching for something.
This thing wants me to create a channel so that I can talk with you guys.
Interesting.
So now I'm cut out of our own. Hey, bud, how you doing? You looking good?
Thank
You're
you,
looking,
thank you.
you're looking good, bro.
I just got my hair done a little bit. I've been to the barber shop. Yeah,
Is that what it is? I thought you got a ponytail or some shit like that, man. Yeah, looking nice, man. Looking good. I'm over here trying to I can't comment on StreamYard. I can't comment on YouTube now because it wants me to create my own channel, bro.
That man, I have to check it out one day. I have to come at your place and see what the hell is going on, because you should be able to comment on StreamYard.
I should be able to, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Vinay's asking by chance, did you get a new mic?
No, it's the same one that I started using a long time ago.
It's the same one, man. Man, your eyes are sparkling though a little bit.
Sparkling?
Yeah, man. It's like I think the light's catching your eyes a bit.
The light?
Yeah. It's catching your eyes. It's like you got blue eyes or what, something?
Yeah. I was born with blue eyes, but all of a sudden they turned.
You lie right now. You lie right now. You have dark eyes. You have brown eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. You look better than even Milo, it says.
I look better than Milo. Well, of course I look better than Milo. I'm Milo.
Dude. That thing was sitting perfect right over your face, bro. Sitting right over your face. How you doing, Ches? How you doing, Vinay? Glad you could join us here, man. Yeah. We're not side by side, as you can see today, because I have an injury and I was unable to climb up to the studio tonight. And my brother said he refused to carry me up.
Yep.
That's not true. He actually said he would carry me up, but he wasn't going to carry me back down.
Yeah, man, I can carry you up, no problem. But going downstairs, that's a little bit of an issue.
That was a little bit of an issue. Instead, he said he'd kick me and watch me roll down. Can you believe that bullshit? That's his exact words. I'll kick him and watch him roll down. So we're not side by side tonight. We apologize for the inconvenience, but at the same time, fuck you, Milo. I can still do that.
Cheers.
Fuck you, Milo. Did I look in the right direction?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think you're supposed to go the other way.
Do you? See, I don't know, because I look over to this way, but when I look over to this way, I'm looking the opposite way of you, at least on my screen.
Yeah, because the image is mirrored. So you should be looking the opposite way. So I should be looking like this to look at you, if I remember correctly.
Nah, Milo, you know I'd never say F you to you, man.
Yeah,
That's a Maddie thing, man. That's a Maddie thing, not you. But I need a channel handle. Say that after a couple of apple juices. I need a channel handle. I should name my YouTube thing channel handle. Channel handle. Man, I don't know. It sounds pretty. That's one of those, what do they call them? Onyonyms? Ononyms?
Acronyms?
No, not an acronym. It's the thing that sounds like a thing. Like a weekend. Weekend sounds like weekend.
Yes.
You know, two different things. Weekend. You can use those like in songs and stuff to sing. There's a name for that. Ocunym or onynym or something. Ononym. Oronym.
Oronym, probably. I will go with oronym. I put my money on oronym.
It's something like that. Yes. Ches. How's the man flu, Ches?
Yeah. Are you feeling better?
My brother, talk for a minute. Let me see if I can find out.
I'm definitely on the mend now. Thank you for asking. Grab a link, jump on stage. Last time you said you're not gonna join us because you're sick. Glad to hear that, Chaz. Let me drop your link. See what happens. I'm just saying. Like we always do tonight is open mic night. So Here you go.
Yes, open mic night, man. Much better, thanks. Yes, I'm glad to hear that, Ches. Open mic night. That means, you know what that means to anybody just joining us. There's nobody just joining us right now. It's just the three of us because I can't get in. I'm trying to think of a handle that would be good that I'll actually maybe even use. It doesn't take Joey Schitz. It doesn't take Joey. I think I don't want to do it. Add a handle to continue. I'm trying to think of a decent,
Man, there's so many things that you need to do nowadays for something simple.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, they kicked me out of eBay today. And I had to log in with my password. So I gave him my password. It didn't work. I gave him again. It didn't work. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to recover it. I'm going to recover the password. Go through the email. It didn't work. Go through the phone number. It didn't work. I said, come on, man. So basically, I had to delete the app, uninstall it from my phone, install it again, and then it worked with the same password, with my password.
With your password. So see, I mean, it does work. You just got to have, you got to keep on trying.
Man, I did try a couple of times, but it didn't work until I deleted the app and reinstalled it.
And reinstalled it, yeah. I do that with ChatGPT all the time. I tell it to make me something. It says, we're sorry, this is going to violate guidelines. And I say, don't be stupid. I write to it. I literally say like this, don't be stupid. Nothing violates nothing, and it makes it.
Yeah.
Even if it does violate, it doesn't matter. I just tell it, don't be stupid. It doesn't violate. Make it, and it makes it. It's like, oh, okay. Well, then, man, if you say so.
I gave our picture to make a thumbnail, and he said I cannot use public figures to make pictures. I said, hey, it's me. It's me. I'm in the picture. Come on.
But you can do it. Vinay says I should call myself Toe Master. I need a handle, people, for YouTube, because I can't get in here and comment without making a handle on YouTube. I need a different YouTube channel just so I can make a handle. I don't know why it's telling me to do this. I'm coming off of our stream. I don't know what it's doing, man. I told you, remember when we got on StreamYard here?
Yeah.
Chrome did something freaky on me. Chrome broke off in two different parts.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't have an explanation for it. Maybe some guru out there can tell me what's happening here. But Chrome split off in two parts. I have my regular Chrome, and then I have a Chrome that shows up with an orange header. Shows up with an orange header. I don't know why. It just does. But I can't do anything on it that I can do on my regular Chrome. It's like starting brand new. Like it has none of my identities in it. It doesn't have any of the stuff that I use in it. It doesn't have any links in it. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have any syncing to it. It doesn't have anything. Nothing. It's like starting brand new on Chrome. Like I have nothing there. And even this YouTube, when I just put YouTube up there, it's like, man, you don't exist. You need to make a handle. I said, but I do exist. And I put, here's my YouTube channel. It says, no, you need to make a handle.
That doesn't sound right, man.
Man, it's done it since the beginning. And that's what happened with that music when we played the trivia that day, and the music wouldn't go over because I was on the one Chrome. It wouldn't recognize. I don't know what happened.
Did you
and you know when that happened? It happened when I signed on to StreamYard. Actually signed on.
Yeah.
For the first 2 or 3 weeks, it worked fine because you were giving me the links and I was popping in through the links.
Yeah.
Like that. And it was working fine because it was popping up on my regular Chrome, the trivia and stuff. But then when I actually signed on under Joey to the StreamYard, Chrome did that. It just broke off into two Chromes, gave me an orange Chrome and my regular Chrome. It broke me off normal. Now I can only use StreamYard on there. If I use StreamYard on my regular Chrome, I got to come in as just a regular guest. Sorry, I don't mean to say regular guest. I need to come in as a valued guest like Vinay and Ches. And, I need to come in as a valued guest, but I cannot be Joey. I cannannot be Joey.
You do not have access to everything on StreamYard. You're supposed to have
nothing.
Access.
I'm just a guest.
Okay. Yeah,
by the way, did you notice we had a comment by Shane the other day?
Probably yes.
Shane Chambers, we had a comment. So Shane Chambers, if you happen to be out there, man, you are more than welcome. You have not been banned from our chat. You're more than welcome to get in chat. So I mean, I have my own moderator. He'll ban your ass if he has to. But until then, you still welcome in our chat, bro. You don't have to watch them unless, of course, you're Tara or Cena, just pretending.
It could be Tara.
Could be Tara. It's not Cena because Icebringer has located Cena through her Arizona Facebook. She's from Arizona. Yeah,
that sounds a little bit.
It's a little creepy, right?
Yeah, when you put it like that.
Yeah, I don't know why he was stalking her like that, but he did. He found her. So I don't know.
Not good.
So Ches says something seems a little weird. Look, I got no more brightness handle to here. That's all the brightness I can do. Okay. That's annoying. It's like someone asking for ID, then saying that it doesn't look like you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it's like. Man. So what are we talking about tonight, Marla? What kind of question? You guys got to ask some questions if you want me. Hi, glad you could join us. Ches144. Same thing happened to me. Let me see. Same thing happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Went to change my ID and the officer said, this looks nothing like you,
Yeah.
I went and showed my ID at somebody a couple of weeks ago, and they looked at me and they just stared at me and they stared back at my ID and stared at me. They said, "You're in the movies, aren't you?" And I said, "Excuse me, you're in a movie, aren't you? You're somebody famous." I said, "No." I said, "Maybe you see me on a podcast." She says, No. She goes, "It was like a horror kind of movie. I think they call it the Addams Family or something." Yeah. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "You're that uncle, the Uncle Fester guy, aren't you?"
But I cannot believe you.
That happened, dude. That happened.
You should have slapped him on the spot.
Man, they said I look like Uncle Fester. Dude, in my ID.
Did you have
It was a girl.
And what did
Horrible.
you say? I'm going to take that as a compliment.
No, I did not take it as a compliment. I did not. I looked at I did look at the ID because I said, "Man, that's not, don't stop it." I took the ID from her hand and I looked at the ID and I handed her back the ID. I said, "Okay." The ID. I said, okay. You're not wrong.
but
you're not wrong. But that's not me. To steal a rhyme from Pete there. You're not wrong, but this is how it goes. So it's insulting. Let me see what happens here. We got Ches saying it's so insulting, but you can't figure out exactly why. That's true. Good evening, Robbie. Glad to have you. You know how it is tonight. It's we rock and rolling with you guys. Got a question you'd like to know? Go ahead and ask. Otherwise, we're just going to shoot the shit here asking. It's Tuesday night, open night mic, open mic night. Jesus H, Mary and Joseph. We got the links out here in chat. If you want to join us up here on stage, feel free to click the link, join us. The only requirement is that you use a camera. That is the only requirement that is required, is that you use a camera. We do not accept just avatars. Why? Because who wants to come up here and look at an avatar? You know what I mean? You got to look at the face. You got to see the thing. So I'm still looking for a handle. I'm not going with Toe Master, as Vinay suggests. I'm still trying to find something.
Toga Master. The opinion
How about Nomad 2?
Nomad 2.
Oh man. Nah, man. Robbie Venter Jr. Robbie V Jr.
Robbie V Jr.
Robbie V Jr. No, that ain't gonna work. I'm trying to think. How about fuck you, Maddie? How about F you, Maddie?
That should work.
That should work.
That should work.
F you, Maddie, right? I wonder if they'll let me do that or not. Oh, did you put that up?
Yeah, I highlighted.
No, why didn't you read it, man? You got to read it if you highlight it. Otherwise, I'm going to unhighlight it.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to stop with "fuck you, Mary."
Oh,
you were on the wave going.
My bad. I stopped.
So he says, "I admit I went up a few pounds, babe." But the look on her face when she was checking the old ID was my actual face was priceless. Man, did you tell her?
Maddie works. F you, Maddie works.
I do not believe you.
F you, Maddie works.
I don't believe you.
F you. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Create channel. I got to do it. I got to do it.
Oh, so
F you, Maddie.
That's gonna be your username on the chat.
It works. My channel. No, my username is Joey Schitz,
Oh.
but the channel name is F you, Maddie. Oh my God, it's great. It's great. Okay, now I should be able to.
Mary, are you in the shadows listening? If you try to get a channel with F you, Mary, it's not gonna work. It's taken.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's up now. I just have to try to find. Now I got to see. Ask a creative partner for your channel. Try a new experimental feature to ask about comments channel. A creative partner for your channel. A creative partner for your channel. I should invite Maddie.
You should invite me.
I should invite Maddie to be part of my channel. Oh, don't pick on the poor guy. I gotta wait till he's here to pick on him. That's you can't pick on people. We have a rule. You can't pick on people when they're not here, man. You got to do it to their face.
Yeah, that's not right. That's not okay.
No, you got to. It's but then again, we're not. It's not okay TV. So I mean, since when do we got to play by rules?
It makes sense. Makes sense. But still,
all right, man. Go ahead and handle that stuff for a second because I'm still trying to.
Look at me.
Oh, yeah, that's how we would have looked in our togas if we didn't shut our green screens off.
Yeah.
You see, I would have had the bald piece of my head was floating up top.
Just a little bit of.
It was just a bald piece I had. Then you could see our screen, and then it was my face right underneath. That would have been funny.
Man, it's not okay.
It's not okay, right? Okay.
Next month,
yeah,
I have to go to the registration and get my car registered here in Romania.
Right.
And I went to make an appointment, right? Thinking that everything is gonna be okay. I'm gonna get on today, make an appointment for next week, and be done with it, right?
Right.
When I look at when I go to the site and I check out the days that I can make an appointment next month. Next month, 3 weeks from now, at least 3 weeks from now, to register a car. Can you imagine that? 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah, man. It's a long time.
It's good that I got the red license plates, because I wouldn't have enough time to register the car without the license plates, the red ones. Fuck you, man. See, I knew it is gonna be like this.
I thought it would show up. I thought it would show up as Joey Schitz. Why does it show up like that, bro?
Because that's the name. That's the name that you chose. It's Joey Schitz is the owner, but the name of the channel is Fuck You Mary.
Oh shit! So where does Joey Schitz come into play then?
No, you still have the Joey Schitz account, but this
no.
is
I mean, why ask for a name if they're going to display that name? Why ask me for another name?
Because you created the channel. You created the channel, a new channel under Joey Schitz. Do you know what I mean? So you are the owner. You are Joey Schitz.
So Joey Schitz actually owns the channel now. Is that what's happening?
Exactly. You are the owner of F You Mary.
So I have a new channel, Joey Schitz.
Exactly.
But it's called F You Channel.
F You Mary.
F You Mary. Oh boy. All right. So, Maddie, if you're watching, I didn't know. I didn't know. What can you do? But it is what it is, man. Vinay, nowhere exotic. I just came down the other side of Christenbosch after doing the skeleton path on Table Mountain. Well, that's a lot.
Christenbosch.
That's what I said.
Christenbosch.
Yeah. After doing the skeleton path on Table Mountain. Yeah. Now, either skeleton is its own sport or skeleton is type of skiing, a ski run. It's one of the two. Call me stupid, but you have to enlighten us, Ches. Yeah, because I think the skeleton. I know. I thought the skeleton was like one of them pushboard kind of, like the bobsled kind of thing. I thought the skeleton was not the bobsled, the one with the one person kind of thing. The bobsled has the 4 people. I thought the skeleton was the one with the one person thing on it. I thought that's what it was. That's what my belief is. But it could also be some sort of snow skiing run. Man, why do I keep getting red over here? Why do I keep getting red over here? I'm getting red. Is that better? No, I look red. I look like I've just been burnt like a lobster, like I jumped into a volcano pit.
Well, you did cut the grass today, right? So you.
I did do that. Yes, I did do that. Man, let me turn that down a little bit because I cannot look like that. There you go. Now I feel a little better.
It's perfecto, my brother.
It's perfecto. So, man, Robbie, since you missed last week, let me see. I cannot believe F.U. Maddie's a real thing. Now, when can I change that? If I want to change that channel name, how long is it? I got to wait 2 weeks?
Yeah, a week probably.
To change the channel name?
Once a week or once every 2 weeks, you can change the channel name.
All right, I'll change the channel name then.
You don't like it?
I love it, but I feel like I'm insulting somebody who's not here. But I kind of love it, to be honest with you. Yeah. Let me see. We got Robbie. Since you were missed last week, it's your turn to share the most disgusting habit you have. We all shared last week. Yeah, well, Ches, that's not entirely true. You did actually ask me to share one of my most disgusting habits. You asked me if I would let somebody drink milk out of my belly button. And I said, well, of course I would. And indeed I have. Right. And indeed I have. So, well, just this past week, just to check it out. But we've actually, you guys know I'm lying. How do you know I'm lying? That I didn't do it. How do you know I'm lying? Come on.
I know.
What's the reason?
You have no belly button.
I have no belly button. That's right. I am the first person in human history that has no belly button, and I can prove it, man. I was born. Well, I wasn't. That's a lie. But I do not have a belly button. Oh man, why am I playing along, Ches? I don't have to play along because what you said is not untrue. You're just a couple of days off. So, just a couple of days off. Robbie absolutely needs to share his most disgusting habit because we did cover that, but it wasn't when you're saying it was the time before that. That's all. So, I mean, I was just correcting you. So, yeah, that's all. Hey, man, Robbie, your most disgusting habit. We should not let Robbie go. We should just be like Robbie. And then somebody's going to say, what are they? A bunch of bullfrogs? Robbie. Thanks, Joey. There you go, man. So, man, hey, how you doing, Kashmir? Glad you could join us. So, listen, my brother, you got any questions you'd like to start off the night with, maybe, or talk to me about, or?
Yeah. I want to ask you something. What's the dumbest reason you call the police? It's either on you or on somebody else.
The dumbest reason?
Yes.
But there was one time. I don't know. There's a couple of times that were pretty dumb. But one time I was at my house. I don't know. I was about 26 years old, 25 years old. And I called 911, which is your 112 here in Europe. It's for the emergency, 911, right? I called 911, I don't know, about 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I was like, hey, there's a bunch of guys. I lived in a house that had a bunch of woods across the street. And I said, hey, there's a bunch of little guys staring at me. Staring at me from the tree line. And I think they're trying to break into my house. So they sent one cop to take a look. Showed up about 10 minutes later. He takes a look. He looks around. He doesn't see nothing. He knocks on my door. He says, hey, by the way, we didn't see nobody, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, thanks for checking. About a half hour later, I called 911 back again. And I said, hey, you wouldn't believe it, but these little guys are now running around my yard. And the lady said to me, well, you called a half hour ago. What do you mean by little guys? I said, well, they're tiny. little, and they're trying to get into my home. She says, sir, stay put. I'm sending somebody to you. This time, 3 cops came out. 3 cop cars came out. They looked around, nothing, knocked on my door, said, hey, look, there is nobody here. What's wrong with you? I said, man, there's nothing wrong with me. Look at me. Do I look okay? They said, well, you don't look bad. You're not drunk. So, okay.
Bad.
I said, fantastic. I said, I'm just telling you, I see somebody that they're trying to break into my house. Man, and this is a true story. This is a true story. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not embellishing on nothing. You know, I'm telling you just like it was. And I'm going to try to get through it quickly. So about another half hour, 40 minutes went past. I dialed 911 again. And I said, hey, you need to come now. They're sitting at the end of the street in a car. They're staring at me with the binoculars. There's 2 more guys off to my left. They're staring at me over here. And there's somebody running around my backyard. Man, they must have sent like 5 or 6 cop cars. I mean, they came in from every direction. They came in from this direction, that direction, all, and they were there in like 2 or 3 minutes. Man, they got out. They checked all the woods. They checked everything. They came to my door, a bunch of them, and they said, "Hey, there's nothing here." And they said, "Can we come in?" I let them walk around the house. Now, in all fairness, I was not myself that night. I had been partying a little bit by myself that night. I had some partyables. You know what I'm saying? And so, in all fairness, so, and I had a lot of this partyables sitting right there on the fridge, and they walked right by and seen everything, and they walked away. They said, "Look, do not call again. There's nothing after you. You obviously are not in your right mind, but let it go." So, man, they get back in their car. I called back 15 minutes later. I said, "But they're here again. This time, they sent 1 cop. The 1 cop came directly into my door, took me, put me in handcuffs, and said, you got to come with me. You got to come with me. I said, where are we going? They said, to the hospital. I said, great. At least it'll get me away from these guys, you know? So when we start walking over to the car, he takes my handcuffs off because he happened to be a neighbor that was living a couple of blocks up. This is why they were so concerned, because I had a cop that was living 3 or 4 houses up. This is why they all flooded the place, just to be sure. So he takes the handcuffs off of me when we get to the car. He tells me to get in. When he tells me to get in, I take off and I jump in the woods. And I do a full-fledged jump. He just stares at me. He's like, what are you doing? I said, I saw him. He was right there. I was trying to catch him to prove to you. But get over here, man. Get over here. Brought me to the hospital, and they did some blood work on me. Needless to say, they needed to put a little calm me down stuff in there in my veins and stuff. And then a couple hours later, I walked out and went home. They were very cool cops, but that was probably the dumbest reason I ever called them. I did call him on my father one day. I did call him on my own father. Yeah, I love my dad, but you know what? He kind of deserved it. He kicked me out of the house. I was about 17, 18. I didn't really even live in the house. I had moved out when I was 16. I was only there kind of visiting my mother. But he got mad at me and he said, get out. And I had my leather jacket on, and it started raining, and I lived about 45 minutes away. And I said, hey, let me in the door. And then right out of like the movie The Shining, you know, this kind of shit. He was sitting down in the living room watching a show, and I'd walk around the house in the dark, in the rain coming down, my face pushed up against the window like that, you know. And he's like, man, what's wrong with you? He called the cops. He actually called the cops. He said, hey, my son is around here doing all kinds of stuff. And then I called the cops and said, hey, my father won't let me in the house. And the cops came. Long story short, man, I hadn't been drinking. I had my leather jacket on. The rain was ruining my leather jacket. I was angry. My father had been drinking. When we came out to meet the cops, guess what the cops did? Sir, you need to calm down. You need to calm down, sir. What do you mean, bloody? He's a Scottish guy. What the bloody fuck you mean I need to calm down? It's my fucking house. I told him I don't want him in it. You need to get him out of here, you know? And the cops were like, sir, have you been drinking? Ignoring everything he says. Well, bloody fuck, yeah, I've been drinking. I'm in my own home. Of course I'm drinking. The cop was like, if you don't settle down now, sir, we're taking you with us to the police station. Oh, bloody hell, you're taking me to the police station. Oh, yeah. I won't let that one I won't let that one pass me either. Forgive me for that one, Dad. Forgive me for that one. But yeah, so those are my 2 biggest incidents with the cops. What can I say? Yeah, let me see. Joey doesn't need an umbilical cord. He was fed on sarcasm and innuendo. Yes. And yes. and almost immaculately conceived. Almost. Not
Almost.
quite.
Not-
Almost. Not quite. A little bit. I could lie a little bit and say, prove it. Prove I was. Yeah. Prove I wasn't. So yeah. I'll tell you what. I heard you went crazy ordering on Temu. Oh, I did. I go crazy ordering on Temu, man. I love Temu, man. It's a great thing. I bought freaking speakers. I bought speakers, security camera, 5-star. They called it. It's more like 3-star, but they call them 5-star hotel pillows. Yeah, they were for one night, and now they're down to 3-star. But yeah, I got a blender, but I do not understand it. They said it was too big. They could send me fucking pillows. They could send me car speakers, but they couldn't send me a blender. It was too big. It had to come by land. So I don't get that for another 2 weeks. It's the gift that keeps on giving, Temu. It'll take about 2 more weeks for that to come in for me. Yeah.
From the same supplier.
From the same order, different supplier, but same order, same order. Yeah, I've already got my other shit. In fact, I'm wearing one of the hats now from it. 2 hats. Yeah. Secure. Great story, but also genuinely cool cops. Excellent cops, Chaz. I really can't say enough about those cops. They could have really given me a big problem. They really could have. I mean, they walked right by all my partiables. They saw it. It was right there. They knew exactly what was wrong with me. But they didn't do anything. They were just like, you know what? Let's take him to the hospital. Let's chill him out a little bit. And send and they when I was in the hospital, man, they gave me all kinds of shit to bring me down. The doctor said, dude, you was way past the survivable limits here on some shit. And I'm like, man, relax. I'm okay. But I had a softball game to be to. I was the pitcher. And it was an important game, and I had to be there, and the hospital wasn't letting me out. So, 8 o'clock in the morning, I had to be there for 10 o'clock at my softball game. I just took all the wires out, everything. Nobody was in my room. Nobody was standing there like supervising me. I took the wires out and went off to my softball game place, and then almost died of heat stroke that night because that day by the time the end of the game was there, I had to lay underneath the car because I was like almost convulsing because I was so screwed up from being awake for 2. Man, horrible days, but great memories. Yeah. Great memories, man. Yeah. I'm sure my dad is laughing with me too, Chaz. I at this point in time he is. It probably took him about 3 years out being passed before he started to laugh along with me. But he was a good guy. He didn't like me very much when he died. He didn't like me moving to Romania and stuff. He didn't like me moving here and so forth, so on. Felt it was a mistake. So we had our issues at the end, unfortunately. But I know after the days, I got to see him beforehand. In fact, I was there with my dad. It was kind of a cool story I'm going to briefly touch in with him. I moved to Romania, and I got back. I hadn't been back home in the USA for 6 years, I think 6 or 7 years. I think it had been 6 or 7 years I didn't return. And I had made a return with my son. My son was 10 years old at the time, my oldest son, who's now 23. He returned with me. And it was like in mid-May. We were June, the beginning of June. We went at the beginning of June. And we stayed a month. We stayed a month with him. And our plane was due to leave tomorrow. So we went to bed. The night before we were going to bed for us, the plane was due to leave. My dad came kind of walking in, strolling in. He was in a wheelchair at this point, and he was rolling in from the bathroom. And he was trying to pull himself through the door. And of course, I'm an asshole, so I'm laughing. He's pulling himself. And I'm like, Dad, do you need some help? And he looks at me, he goes, no, I don't need your help. He says, I can do it. No, I don't need your bloody help. I can fucking do it, son. That was more how it was. I'm being nice. So, but he was like this, like a little guppy trying to get through the seaweed, and then he says, no, I don't need your help. And he gets through onto the carpet. My son says to him, Papa, you don't look so good. He says, no, I don't feel so good, son. I don't feel so good either. He said, I'm worried about you, my son said. And my father said, yeah, I'm worried about me a little bit too. He went to sleep. Me and my son went up to sleep 2 or 3 hours later. And about, I don't know, we had to get up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning to make it to the airport for 1 o'clock that afternoon. We had to get our final packing together and make it to the airport. At about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm sleeping. I feel on my shoulder. And I look up with one eye. It's my mother. Your dad just passed away. Get out of here. He did not.
Okay.
Swear to God, this is the truth. Get out of here. He did not. Put my head back down. Ma, what do you want? Your dad's no longer with us. Find him, Ma. Let me sleep. I got to get up. Find him, Ma. I got to get up. I went the third time. She taps me a little hard. She goes, son. I said, yes, Mom. She goes, your father has just died. And I got up. I looked at her. I said, are you serious? Are you serious right now? I'm trying to sleep. Are you serious? She says, yes, I'm serious. My son overheard us. I didn't know he was awake, but he had obviously felt the tapping or heard the talking. So I went downstairs and my dad had passed in the night that night. We were due to go home the next day. Now, the irony, the point of the story was that I hadn't been home for 6 or 7 years, 6, 7 years, something like that. It happened to be, we stayed our whole month's vacation. And on the night we were leaving, he decided to pass away on the night we were leaving. We were home. Had he waited one more day, see, my dad was very considerate this way, because had we waited one more day, or even another 8 hours, 10 hours, we'd have been on our way to Romania. Then I'd had to take a flight all the way back to America because that's a long fucking flight. So my dad was very considerate. So to this day, I said, thank you, Pops. You know what I mean? Thank you, Pops. So, but a weird thing with him, my father was very atheist. He did not believe in God at all. But when I went downstairs to look at him, I got to tell you, there's a picture that stands with me in my head. The man was passed away. He was dead in his bed. He was downstairs in his bed. He was passed away. But he had this look on him, Milo, that I can't even begin to describe. He had this look. His eyes were open, but he was looking off. But like he saw something. No, I'm just saying, I just keep that with me. He was an atheist. He didn't believe in God. I'm an atheist. I don't really believe in God. Yeah, I'm not really an atheist. I'm an agnostic. I'm not sure what I believe in. I believe in something, but I'm not sure what exactly. So I'm not really atheist. I'm
confused.
Something like that. So yeah, man. So that's kind of how it goes, man. That's kind of how it goes. So yeah. Anyway, that's my story with my dad. Dad, I had to bring him in here somehow. Question, with you, Joey, being an American and you living in Milo's country, Romania, what's your connection with South Africa?
Before you go into that, since you were talking about your father, I want to say something. So I do remember I saw your father in the course of, I don't know, 4 years, something like that, 4 or 5 years.
You met him, right? Yeah, you met him, right?
Yeah,
you met my father, didn't you?
Yeah, through video calls and stuff like that. And he was always on his wheelchair with his mug and always serious, not really laughing, but being there.
Yeah.
And I do remember at one day after, I don't know, 5 years of seeing him, we were talking with your mother and your father, and we smoked some cigarettes.
Wacky weed.
Yeah. And as we were talking with them, I saw your father just getting up from the wheelchair and walking away. I was looking at you and looking at the camera. Am I seeing this correctly?
Yeah. Because he didn't need the wheelchair. He wasn't an invalid. You know what I mean?
That's what I believed for 4 years, that he couldn't walk.
No, he had this issue with his foot where I don't know what happened to his foot, his ankle, but it kind of like turned underneath it, right? So he could walk, but it was very painful to walk. So he used the wheelchair 80% of the time, but he could get up and walk and do short walks and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember that time when he got up and walked. I remember you looking at me like, like you had seen Jesus himself. I remember that time you turned and was like, I remember that time. Yeah, that was funny as fuck, man. That was funny as fuck.
Yes,
that
way. Not no way. Yes, way.
Yes, way. That happened, man.
That really happened.
That really did happen. That's a true story, man. Thank you, Chaz. Shit, that's funny. But I saw time passing is amazing. I'm sorry you lost him, but I'm glad he went away. Yeah, Chaz. I mean, the man had some health problems. He lived to 84 years old. I'm a guy who believes if you make it to 80. Man, you're on borrowed time anyhow. You did great. Anytime after that is in plus, right? So I love my dad, but he went the way he wanted to go. He went in bed by himself, not at a hospital. He died in his sleep, more or less, So, man, I got no complaints. He's got no complaints, I'm sure. You know what it was, though? We had a funeral for him, and I wanted to do something different. So my mother says, well, what do you want to do? I took a Sharpie. I bought like 5 Sharpies, and I took a Sharpie. You know what a Sharpie is? That black permanent marker?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. So I went over to after everybody said their wishes and their eulogies and everything like that. I walked with the marker over. They shut the lid of the coffin on them and stuff like that. I walked up and I said, "Love you, Dad." I cracked open right before that. I cracked open 2 little of those airport bottle because my dad loves scotch. So I cracked open 2 little one. I cracked one open and left one sealed open of those little airport bottles of scotch. I drank one. I said, "Cheers." Drank one. I tucked one in his jacket. Right. Then they closed the top of his casket. So then, when he closed the top of his, I wrote on the top of his casket in big letters, "I love you, Dad." My own little personal thing with a marker. Man, you should have seen everybody. You should have seen everybody. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, writing on his casket. Oh my God. But my mother, God bless my mother, she waited about 30 seconds and then she walked over. She kind of tilted her head like a dog who hears something but doesn't know where it comes from. Yeah. She was like that. What the fuck? Because with me, anything's possible. My mother was like, so she walks over and she grabs the marker. She starts writing something. And before you know it, everybody lined up in a line and everybody wrote on that man's coffin. And by the time he was ready to bury, he was a very loved guy, my father. I mean, it was a couple hundred people at his funeral. He was a loved guy. He had his whole entire coffin was full of nothing but phrases and sayings and love yous and stuff. And it was, when you think about it, when we're lowering him, you think about it, that was such a beautiful thing to see. Yeah. All the love, you could see that, all that love and all that respect, you could see it on the coffin. So it turned out to be a very good thing. Now, let me see. Let's get back to the chat here. I'm done with my life story. I don't know how I get on there, but I had to get on there. With you on the belief thing, although I'm with you on the belief thing, although I lean more towards your dad. Oh, me too, Ches. I lean way more towards my dad. I'm like 99.999% that there is no God the way that the religion say it, the way religion says it.
Yes.
But I also am 99% sure that there is something, somehow, some way out there that has more power, that has some sort of influence on what we or can have influence. Doesn't necessarily mean they do, but can have influence if they choose to on our lives. I believe in that, but I don't know how or what that is. I stop short of anything else other than that. So I'm with that. So we got to get to this, Milo. How about this? I'm going to let you answer this one.
Okay.
Question with you, Joey, being an American and you living in Milo's country of Romania, what's your connection with South Africa? I'm going to let Milo answer this because my connection with South Africa is exactly the same connection he has with South Africa. So
well, it's a short story. After we started our podcast, our connection with South Africa started with Vinay and Pete, basically.
Pete first. Pete first found us and he showed up, and then Vinay came in right after Pete. I think from Pete, actually. I think from Pete's show.
I think from Pete. Yeah. So that's how our connection with South Africa began. Through Pete.
You'd have to ask Vinay. Is that how it happened? I think Pete actually invited us on his show or something, right? And that's where Vinay was, saw us, and then came over to our show, I think. I think that's what happened. And then from there, we just became South Africa. So we're kind of, Pete showed me this. Yeah. So it was Pete Double S Swagger from the upper room who got Vinay in here. And then Vinay through Discord and through other things, she has been how would you call her?
The most strong pillar of It's Not Okay TV, I would say.
That's how you would put it? The most strong pillar?
Yeah.
I was going to call her our angel of commerce, our angel of distribution, our angel.
Vinay.
I was going to give her so much credit for that. She's gotten us all. Well, basically from going on the upper room and stuff like that, Ches, to answer your question, Pete Swagger from the upper room, he's from, you know him. You've been on him. So you've been on his show, Ches. You've been to his show. So, he's from South Africa and most of these people are there as well. So that's how we got there. So let me see. Let me see what we got. We got Ches talking here. Everybody's being quiet, bro.
Yeah, a little bit. Only Ches talking. Ches, you go.
That would have freaked me out. He wasn't completely unable to walk. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It was.
For 4 years I saw him in a wheelchair, and then all of a sudden started walking. I was like, Jesus. It's a miracle.
That was hysterical. Well, if you can write on a cast, why not a coffin? Yeah, I mean, a coffin is just a giant cast, but for a whole body. Such a cool idea. You took away the power from the morose and made it happy. Man, it's exactly true, Chaz. I mean, it was like, everybody looked at me at first like I was being, what's the word? Sacrilegious. I don't know. Disrespectful. Yeah, everybody looked at me like that at first, but my mom and my sister had my back on that. They cocked their heads a little bit like, dude, what are you doing now? But they stood for 10, 20 seconds and said, we got your back. We got you. He came up and we got you. He came up and did, and then it just went off from there and turned out to be such a great idea. So, it turned out to be a great idea. Cool. Well, it's cool. Have you two as honorary South Africans. Well done, Vinay. As honoraries, are you South African, Ches? Are you also South African? Oh, I took him for a little bit of a hillbilly like Brian.
Yeah,
I took him. Didn't you? You took him. I took him as a United States American. I took him as an American hillbilly kind of guy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But it's almost as surprising as Dad walking. If he says he's from South Africa.
Yeah.
He says I am from South Africa. But man, I really, Ches, I swear to God, I don't know why. I thought you were like Icebringer, Brian. I thought you were, no, Milo, didn't you take that? I thought maybe you were from Virginia or Arizona or one of these kind of places over in America. I guess the name Ches kind of threw me there. I guess the whole look with the backward hat and thing like the kind of, I don't know. I just guess it was. I thought he was a hillbilly. Nah, color me wrong. Yeah, I really did. Man, have you ever recognized someone you thought you knew, and it wasn't the person you knew?
Oh yeah, I jumped on somebody's back.
You jumped on someone's back?
I jumped on somebody's back. Man, I was walking down the boulevard, the same boulevard that you sprinted naked. So I was walking down the boulevard and I saw a guy, a colleague of mine from high school, and I said, "Look at this guy being here. He's not from town. He's not from Alba." And I said, "Look at him coming in Alba and not giving a phone call, a message. Oh, let's have a apple juice or something." No, Mika. I said, "Okay." So I started running and I jumped on his back. Man, the guy almost fell down. And when he turned his head to see what the hell happened, and I saw that it was not him, I was like, "Oh!"
I think that guy was more surprised than when you saw Dad. Can you imagine? You must have felt terror, like what the hell's going on? Surprise, like oh my God! Relief that you weren't some sort of mugger. I mean, every emotion in the world had to go through this guy's head in like a 2-minute span.
And I was so lucky that he was a cool guy. And he understood the fact that I thought he was somebody else. I said, "Babe, I'm sorry, before we start a fight here, I'm sorry." I thought he was somebody else. He was like, "Man, even if I was you, don't jump on people's back." I do jump on people's back.
Did he say that? Did he say that? Did he say that to you, even if it was?
Even if it was, you don't jump on people's back. And I said, "Yeah, but I do."
I've done that a couple of times, but I've always held myself back because of one time I've always held my if I think I know you, I don't say anything until I'm 100% sure that I know you. I'm not going to say anything. I'd rather look somebody I know dead in the face, pass by him like that, looking eye to eye, and not say a word unless I'm 100% sure. Because one day I did do that. I thought a guy would. I knew a girl. I knew a girl who had very long blonde hair, and we were at a club one day, and this girl I had been kind of dating on again, off again, so forth, so on. And I was at a club by myself, and there was a bunch of people dancing, a bunch of things like that. And I saw her dancing, on the edge of the dance floor. So I walked up and I whacked her ass, and I was like, "Hey!" And he turned around. He turned around, dude, and I said, That I thought you were somebody else. He says, he says to me, even if you thought I was somebody else, why did you hit my ass? What's I going to say to him? Because I thought you were a girl. What was I going to say to him? Boom. Even if you thought I was somebody else, why would you hit my ass? Oh, that was so embarrassing. I never did it again. And now I need to know 100%, 100% that I know the person, man. That's just the way it goes, dude. I swore it was her, man. I swore it was her. He had the same long hair, dude. He had the same long blonde hair from behind. And the guy was really petite. He was really fucking petite. He wasn't. I mean, dude.
Did he had some tight jeans on him?
He did have the tight. Man, we're going back into the 80s, bro. He had the tight jeans on him, dude. Man, he had that 80s hair with all blown out and friggin' long. And dude, man, it's the truth. It's the truth. So, yeah, I mean, have you ever been so tired you forgot your own age? I forgot my own age right now. This year, I forgot it.
Man, I think from when I was 26, 27. After I turned 26, 27, I had problems with remembering my age until I got 34, 35, something like that. And now I know for sure I'm 36. I know for sure I'm 36. But up until a year or two ago, I was always, man, I'm maybe 33, maybe 31, I'm not sure. I always had to do the math. I don't know, I just got stuck somewhere when I was 25, 26. And from that day on, I was unsure.
The math gets freaking harder, dude, as you get older. I mean, I'm 50. I keep wanting to say, my wife says you're 56 this year. I said, the hell I am. She said, you're 56. I said, no, I'm 57. She goes, no, you're 56. I looked at my ID. I'm 58. Neither one of us knew my age. Dude, I forgot my wife's anniversary.
Is it only your wife's?
No, my anniversary. This year. Dude, I looked on Facebook. This is a true story too. I looked on Facebook today, right? I signed on Facebook and I saw in there, happy anniversary, Joey and Kashmira. Happy anniversary from 3 or 4 people. And I was like, oh, it's my anniversary. Oh, it's my anniversary. And I looked at the date. I swiped my phone. Today's the 16th. And I said, it's not my anniversary. My anniversary was 2 days ago. Oh, panic struck me. Panic struck me. I'm like, my anniversary was, my wife said nothing to me. I think I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm like, oh no. She said nothing to me. I forgot my anniversary. And I literally tiptoed. Well, actually, I'm crippled with one leg, so I didn't really I tiptoed on one toe, and then I held the walls with the other hand, pulling myself into my wife's room just to peek around the corner, see if she was awake. She was wide awake. I said, babe, what is today? She swipes her phone, the 16th. I said, yes. I said, what was the 14th? She said, 2 days ago. I said, you is a genius. You is a genius. I will not debate that. I said, but what happens on the 14th? She looks at me. She goes, our anniversary. And I said, you knew that? And now my heart's sinking. My heart's sinking. All I can hope for is no, I didn't know that. And all the best things could have happened, Milo. She said, well, no, I forgot our anniversary. She says, but I remembered when I saw your mother's happy anniversaries on Facebook 10 minutes ago. I said, there you go. So we both forgot our anniversary, our 12-year anniversary this year, man. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, man?
To forget?
Not one of us. You kind of expect the guy to forget, right? That's the running stereotype that you see all through the years, right? The guy forgets the birthdays, the guy forgets the anniversary and stuff. Okay, so if I had forgotten it, kind of, come say come ça, but with both of us, what does that mean when both of us forget our 12-year anniversary? Now, I talked to you earlier and I said it could mean either, that's trouble in the relationship, and you really don't care enough. Or you can look at it the romantic way. Every day is like heaven sent to us. Every day is a gracious thing. We do not need to celebrate one day a year. We celebrate 365 days, 366 on leap years. And we celebrate those each and every time. You know, you can do that. So I'm choosing to look at it the romantic way. And I'm not going to be stupid enough to ask her what to think about it.
No, just see it like that and go with it.
And go with it, right? What do you say, people? Is that the right way to go? So I think it's the right way to go. Let me see what Ches is saying over here. Oh, wait. Renee says, I had the same problem, Milo, when I was 35 for 3 years.
Yeah.
For knowing your age.
Yeah. 3 years, 35, no problem.
Ches, when I was younger, we parked near the lighthouse where young people play music from their car and drink. I got out for a few minutes, but got into the wrong car with a couple smooching. But yeah. That would have been something. Let me see over here. Let me see. I did that part 2 of that story. They just stared at me, didn't say anything, and carried on smooching. I just sat there for a minute, you creep, before I realized that I was in the wrong car. Man, it took you a minute to realize you were in the wrong car when you saw other people smooching in front of you. By the way, that's a word my father used to use all the time, smooching. Did you ever use that word, smooching?
Not so much, but I got it from Home Alone.
Did you?
Yeah, and I did use it a couple of times, but not too much.
It's a cool word. It's something my father would use all the time. Ooh, smoochy. Ooh, smooching. You go to smoocher. I'm like, man, I could use that word so many different ways. You gonna smoocher? But he uses it in the kissing terms, Yeah. That's a funny story, Chaz, man. When my brother had the same issue as you, he was the same age for 3 years and forgot his actual age for a long time after. Well, that's what happens, Ches. That's exactly what happens. No, Milo? You think you're this age, and then the next year you think you're that age again.
Yeah, man. I was always younger. I always believed I was younger in that period of time.
We all want to believe we're younger, brother. We all want to believe we're younger. Man, anyway. So this year, your birthday just passed. We were just at your birthday party 2 weeks ago, no?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like 2 weeks ago. We just had your birthday party. And you turned what, 36 this year?
Oh, no. I think I'm 37. I'm 37.
Right?
See the same shit.
Just I had to point it out, man, because I don't think you were right.
No. So now 2026, right?
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. When you get to 58, 60, try doing the math. You got a lot more math to work out. Yeah.
No, because it's easy. I take, all right. So it's 2026. So I take the 26 and I add another 11. Yeah. In 2027, I take 27 years and I add another 11 years to it. That's my exact age.
Anybody over in the chat follow that logic? Please tell me about how it works, because I'm not following his logic. I'm really having a hard time with it.
So I was born in 1989, right?
Yeah.
So from 89 to 2000s, that's 11 years.
Yeah.
And from the 2000 to, you've got 2026 right now. So you've got 26 years plus another 11. That's 37. That's how I do my math.
So 37 years old. So you're 37 years old this year.
Yes, not 26, not 36, 37. See, I go back to 26 right now. I'm 26 years old.
I turned 59 years old this year. 59 years old. Can you believe it, man?
You can hear the sadness in your voice. I turned 59 years old.
Yeah, because once you turn that extra year into 60, man, it all goes downhill from there. You know what I mean?
No.
It really does. It all goes downhill, because then we had a question last week. Somebody asked us, what do you officially call somebody old at? And I think you answered yourself now. I think you said now, right?
No, I said when you stop holding your bodily fluids. That's when
Yeah,
you're old.
yeah. When you start holding your body fluid. That's right. And I said, yeah, no, that can't be. Well, I think 60 years old is when you start calling. Yes, because we got involved with the gorilla and the ape thing or something like that.
Yeah.
With those man. I think 60 years old is when you start really
No.
officially being old. 60, and I that's why I feel a little bit oof about it all. You know,
Mm,
I mean, I'm old dish right now, but I still got the ish on the end. You know, at 60, I lose the ish and it just goes to old. You know, you're in the same decade, the same time frame that you collect social securities, all these kind of things, your Medicares, your Medicaids, all these things that take care of you. You know, you're a heartbeat away from, or not even a heartbeat. You're a heartbeat away from an old age retirement, depending if your kids like you or not. You know, you might be put into a nursing home. If you
yeah.
are a bad parent, you're going to a nursing home. If you're a good parent, they might take care of you. Right? It's this kind of thing. Now, I get mad at my wife because she only wanted the one kid, right? So I wanted two kids just in case to even up my my odds. Robbie, thank you very much. 60
See
is
what I
still
mean?
young.
See
You know
what I
what,
mean?
Robbie? I'll be asking you for a phone number next year, Robbie, so that when I turn 60, I can call you. You can make me feel good about myself on my 60th birthday, Robbie. Because I just don't see it that way, man.
So,
It
so,
is
so
technically, but it's not.
we're gonna be crying for your birthday, right?
No,
We're
never
gonna,
cry.
we're gonna have some apple juices and then we're gonna cry about it.
No. What we'll do is I have to have a lot stronger whiskey than that too. I can't believe you're going. See, Robbie. This is what makes it even worse. I have my own wife over here going. I can't believe you're going to be 60. I mean, my own wife. I can't believe you're going to be 60 with the eyes covered, Robbie. You know, what do I do with that? All of a sudden, I feel so young. Look at her. This is the kind of support factor I. No wonder I missed our anniversary. This is
Kashmira,
the answer right here. This is why I missed the anniversary right
Kashmira,
here.
you should say like Robbie said, 60 is still young, Joey.
You should have said something like, "You will always be my beautiful man, even when you turn to stone, even when you petrify." You know, this kind of thing. You are not old until you petrify, my love. That's the kind of words that should have been said, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
agree. I agree. But Kashmira is like 16 years my younger. So of course she sees me as old. She's still that millennial thing. She's where, oh my God. She's of that thing. So Kashmira is your wife. So we don't ask her. So we don't ask her ourselves. Kashmira, what's your take on you both missing your
Yeah,
And I put fuck you, and I put F you, Maddie. It should have been F you, Ches. It should have been F you, Ches. You just had to go there, didn't he? You had to bring it up. I got the wrong name at the end of that channel. Son of a bitch. Yeah,
Man,
Kashmir's my wife, Ches. So, hey, what's your take on that, Kashmir? We both missed our anniversary. What is your take on that? Now that he brought it up, I specifically told you, Ches, not to bring that up. Specifically said, let's not bring
let's
it up.
leave it like that.
Let's leave it like that. And no, he has to say Kashmira. Yeah.
Man, I got a question for you.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Since you're a dog person, right?
I am a dog person.
Asha,
You know what dog is spelled backwards, by the way?
God. I know.
That's right. That's why I love dogs so much, man, because they got it all inside of them.
Yeah, we all do. We all do.
What? No, you're a guy. You got the dog in you. I think dogs have God in them, if there is such a thing. You know what I mean? I think dogs are like heaven sent. They love you for unconditionally. They want you. You are their best friend. They're. The thing I'm jealous of dogs. They take every minute of every day, and it doesn't matter what you give to them: a piece of string, a bone, attention, some water, a little running around. It does not matter what you give to them. They make the best out of every minute of their day. I'm jealous of them.
You have to take in consideration this whenever you buy a pet. It's either a dog or a cat, it doesn't matter. You have to take in consideration the fact that that pet is in your life for a moment, every day, for a couple of hours, for something like that. And you have to take in consideration the fact that you are everything for them.
Yes, you are their life.
Yes, everything. The dog for you is the dog. You go home, he's there, you play with him, you go to sleep.
No. The dog is my family. I cry harder from my dogs if something happens to them than I do a person.
Yes. But at the same time, you go out, you go to work, you go do your stuff. You know, you go out for a dinner and stuff like that. But your dog is always there waiting for you. So the dog is a part of your life, but you are his whole life.
Kind of like a clingy girlfriend in a way. Kind of like a clingy girlfriend, a dog is, if you think about it. They're always looking at you. You know, how about me? How about me? You know, you could, you kind of could. Hey, Clinton, facts, no fiction. How you doing? Good evening, chaps. Hey, this is one dude I know would grab that shit. You want to put that shit out there or no?
Yeah. About my question, right?
Yeah.
So you're a dog owner. Did it ever happen to you to fart? Let's say you fart, and then blame it. Yeah, and then blame it on the dog.
All the time, but I do it more. I do it more for my wife. I do it more for my wife when my wife farts, because when my wife farts, that shit is horrible, man. It's horrendous. Whew. And I always look at her to make her feel better about herself. I said, blame it on the dog, honey. Blame it on the dog. She's sitting right beside you. And she's like, but I didn't do it. I said, you did. It wasn't the dog who did it. Just blame it on her. It's horrendous. So yeah. Dogs are the best people. Yes, I have absolutely blamed the dog. You know, I've blamed other people. I've even blamed you before, Milo. I've even farted before and looked over at my wife and gave her a wink and said it was him. It was him. It wasn't me. Yeah. Who takes the blame for farts? Oh, you know, one of my favorite games is I call it. Well, I have a different name for it, but it's a little insulting a little bit. So, the insulting name is Germans and Jews, but so I call it World War II leftovers. You know, so something like that. But one of my favorite games is to fart in the bed, pull the blanket over my wife's head, and lock her in where there's no escape. Oh, I love that game. That game is the best. Now I suffer consequences for about 2 days after that, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it, man. It's all worth it. So, man. You don't know that for sure. Facts, no fiction. You know, you don't know that. You just think that. You know what I mean?
It's impossible.
Yeah. What the heck? Look at her. Hey, we got a link out there if any of you guys want to jump up here on stage and tell us some of your stories, man. You know, like I said, tonight's all about you guys, not really about us. You know, it's more about you guys. If you guys want to get up here and talk about it, bring up some questions, want to shoot the shit, want to laugh, want to do something. Tuesday night is all about open mic night, right? So it's about, you know, any questions you have, you want to know about me or want to know about Milo or just want to know about life in general. You know, we got links out here in chat. You don't have to download anything. Just click the link. Come on up. You'll be here. Kashmira, do you see Ches? He says, I is the man for hooking you. For hooking you. You is a youngin. I am.
43. I'm not a youngin anymore.
Who's not a youngin?
Yeah, I'm 43.
Who said you're not young?
I'm 43. I'm not a youngin anymore.
Is 43 a youngin anymore? Is 43 still young? It is when you're almost 60. Right? When you're 49, I told you he would grab it. I knew this fucking guy would grab it. There was no doubt about it. He saw that link. He said, "I'm on it." He's on. I'm on
it.
What say you, Clinton? What say you?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And you guys?
Man, we're doing fantastic. I'm trying to get out of trouble. Ches keeps trying to put me back into trouble. You know, this kind of situation. You know, Tuesday night, Mike night. This is one of those nights that we don't have anything in particular to say, so we're just kind of shooting the shit and hearing what anybody else has to say, hearing any horror stories or anything like that. I don't even dare ask you about some because I'm sure yours are a lot of your, you know, when you were talking the other night on Pete's show, talking about your history and where you've been through and what's been going on, you know, which I don't want to get into too much.
Yeah, no, I know that.
I don't want to get into that too much, but at the same time, I was listening to you and man, I got to tell you, a lot of those stories you were telling, I lived it day, step by step by step by step, think exactly the same thing. That's exactly where I come from, Clinton. So if there's one person up on this stage that can relate to you, trust me when I tell you, I've been almost every one of those steps that you've been talking about. So, and I absolutely feel you at 100%. So 100%. And
yeah, just the second time. That's the problem. But now I'm sitting in a hotel room
Yeah.
at one of our casinos.
Well, fantastic. That's so it's a righteous casino, like a Las Vegas casino, not like they have here in Romania, which is like a storefront casino.
Yeah, no,
Serious,
I
man.
got platinum memberships. I get free rooms, so it's a day out again.
Fantastic. I hope you win. Ches says my girlfriend at the time woke herself with a fart. She was convinced some man, I've been woken by a fart. I understand her. She was convinced someone was breaking into the house. No. That one there breaks some new rules right there. I got up and checked the perimeter.
I need to tell you guys my fart story. You know, you're talking about Germans and whatever. You know what a Hitler is?
No.
But a poo on your finger and you rub it on somebody's top lip.
Oh yeah, no. There's no Hitlers going on here. There's no Hitlers going on here.
We did that to a friend of mine at a conference we're doing, and he kept on sitting at the breakfast table going, Can you guys smell that? Like, really? What smells like that? For about 3-4 hours, and somebody kept on going like this to him, and he just wouldn't listen. And it was my girlfriend at the time that eventually told him. So that's much better than a fart. Trust me, he had to take his evidence to prove.
No. See, right there, those are fighting. That's a fighting activity right there. That's a fighting activity. Rubbing poo on a lip, man. That's not a ha moment. That's a go fuck yourself moment. I got up and checked the perimeter because I didn't have the heart to tell her, Ches, you are the man of man. You are the man of man, Ches. What can I say?
You know what's funny? It's like everybody always wants evidence. You want evidence to hear what. Don't just tell me what happened. You can disprove it what happened, except for a fart. Trust me, I don't need evidence that there was a fart. You can just tell me that it happened. That's all. Evidence takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? In fact, I prefer not to have the evidence. I would rather just believe you. Yep, it was you. I would rather just believe that. Let me see. We got to.
I popped in and say hello quickly. I'll chat you guys again.
Ches, Vinay, they're saying hello to you. Vinay says, would you rather get abducted by aliens who just want you to teach them how to do the Macarena, or have them return you to Earth, but they actually swap your brain with a very confused garden snail?
Wow, those are only two options.
Being as how I'm really awesome at the Macarena, I would like him to abduct me to teach him the Macarena.
I have no idea how to teach them, but I will.
Us white people and dancing.
Some of us can't do it. Some of us can. But I got to tell you, there are some people I'd rather tell the aliens about to go change their brains with a garden snail. They'll be a lot smarter. They'd be a lot smarter. There are some people I'd like to say, hey, go get that person. Change it with a garden snail. You're doing us a favor. There are those people out there. Yeah.
So my lady's calling. I need to go. I'll chat to you guys soon.
Enjoy, Clinton. Thanks for joining us. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
And that's how easy it is to get up here, guys. If you want to join us on stage, you just click the link. That's how easy it is. There's no downloading, nothing. Jump up here for 2-3 minutes. Tell us your story. Say something. Say hello. And that's what Tuesday nights are all about. Clinton, thank you very much for showing how easy that is. Cheers. I wish you good luck. I hope you do well in the casinos, brother. So, let me see. Have you actually joined the most ridiculous thing you believe? What's the most ridiculous thing you've believed as an adult? As an adult, what's the most ridiculous thing you believed?
Oh, I had a couple. Let me think about it.
As an adult, I believe a lot of ridiculous things. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't. I'm pretty cynical about most things. I think one of the most ridiculous things I believe as an adult, that life is going to change for me. And what I mean by that is that I think that, and I've carried this on for the last 15 years, maybe 20 years, that something, somehow, some way, some shape, some form, don't know how, is going to all of a sudden find its way to me and transform my life from where I'm at and give me all the things I've ever wanted. I'm gonna, life has its ups and downs, right? It has its ups and downs, and you're right. And
I see it as a 7-year cycle.
And it's something like that. It's something like that. And I've ridden some serious down waves, some serious up waves where they're just phenomenal memories in my brain that just cannot be explained, which is why I'm agnostic, not atheist, because a lot of shit has happened in my life I cannot explain. It makes no logic. But then I've come down hard, just as hard, right down to rock bottom, to wearing one sock on one foot, another sock on another foot, having everything ripped off from me, having my place broke into. I've hit those cycles so high, so low. Having cancer, beating cancer, coming down, getting up, falling off a ladder, coming down, going up. I've had so many ups and downs in my life that I believe as an adult that at some point that shit's going to go up and level off a little bit for the rest of it. And I still believe that to this day. And I think it's ridiculous to believe that. Now, it's not like I'm not doing nothing. I have a business. I play lottery sometimes. I have some cryptocurrencies. I'm doing this podcast. I mean, I do have my hands in some fires that things could ignite and things could change for me. But the chances of that happening are 99% no, right? But I believe that they will. So, and I believe in my heart they will.
Well, it's that theory. If you believe it is going to happen, so don't stop believing, my brother.
No, because the other side of that is that I believe that if it ever does happen, it's going to be the day before I die. It's going to be the day before I die. Everything's going to come in. It's going to be like, bam, everything I always wanted. And a week later, this motherfucker's dead. Yeah. Dead.
Man, there's a lot of people that actually were broke for most of their lives and then won the lottery or something like that, inherited a lot of money, and the next day they had a heart attack. Or the moment they received the news, they had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Gone.
Gone, man. Could you imagine that stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just nonsense. How you doing, Icebringer? Glad you could join us. Vinay says Tupperware. She believes in Tupperware.
Well,
a ridiculous thing to believe is Tupperware. I personally think it's not so ridiculous. Tupperware is the shit.
It's the shit. I mean,
it's the shit. It keeps the onion smells out of your refrigerator. It keeps the liver smells out of your refrigerator. It keeps all that nastiness.
And even
it keeps your food fresh. Yeah, even your food.
Yeah, I believe in them. I believe it could be better.
Chaz says, I don't really have fun, ridiculous beliefs. I'm very evidence-based in my beliefs, so I'm actually quite boring, to be honest.
Impossible.
It's impossible, right? There's nobody boring, man.
Nope.
You know who's boring? The people that are boring are the people who consider themselves boring. And they're only boring to themselves.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to. I mean, look, I guess I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it right? But I know what I mean. So let me tell you what I mean. I mean that everybody has things that have happened to them in their life, whether it's funny, whether it's embarrassing, whether it's crazy, whether it's awe-inspiring. It doesn't matter. We've all had things happen to us. Now, it's those things that we take with us. Do we remember them? Do we live on them? Do we embellish on them? Do we make them something more? Do we enhance them? Do we make them fun? Do we make them? It's how you take those moments.
Yep.
Or do you tuck them away and say they never happened, or forget about them, or don't live about them, or don't read about them? But to say boring, no, I don't think there's a single human being on the earth that's boring necessarily. What's going on over here in the chat? Good to see you made it off the truck, girl. Ella, I eventually was like, okay, fucker, you film me, I'll jump. I jump. Then he filmed himself again. What the fuck is going on? What did we miss, dude? We missed something there. We missed something here.
Vinay?
Vinay, help. What did we miss over here, man? You guys are going off over here in the chat, and I'm not sure what you're talking about. What's the funniest excuse, my brother, that you've ever used to get out of something that you can remember?
I have to go home and take a shower.
to get
that was Piggy. I just
with Piggy,
every time when
right?
it comes every time when it comes to excuses, that's the thing that pops into my head.
Oh, what my brother's talking about here is we had a friend. We were moving a barbecue in my yard, and these pieces were heavy, man.
Heavy. They were
heavy.
concrete.
I'm concrete pieces, and I think they must have weighed what, probably close to 100 kilogram each, 75, 100 kilogram a piece. Let's say 75, so we don't over exaggerate. 75 kilogram a piece, right? No, I think even more than that,
It's
man. I think 100
more.
kilogram, man.
Yeah,
I think 100 kilogram easy.
The big
And they were
piece on
huge.
top.
Yeah,
On top, the big piece on top, that was the hardest.
that was the
Yeah.
hardest. It came in like 3 or 4 segments, and the people unloaded it at my gate, and we had to transverse it all the way across my yard and all the way over to the other side of the yard into a corner. We couldn't lift these things up. And there was 3 of us. We couldn't lift them. We tried lifting them. We tried the caveman prying it with shit. We even tried rollers underneath it. Isn't that how eventually we did it? We put like sticks or something and rolled them
on wood. Yeah, on pieces.
on wood. Yeah, we ended up taking some wood rollers or something, right? Like broom handles or something.
Yeah, something like that. What we found on the yard, old sticks, everything we found.
Sticks, everything we found. We ended up putting them underneath it and pushing it and removing the last piece, putting it across. And when we were trying to lift the things up, the 3 of us, our one friend turned around and said, "Okay, I got to go." And me and Milo looked at each other and said, "Buddy, we got to lift these up now. This is the hard part. That was hard, but this is the hard part." He says, No, I got to go. We said, "Why? What do you got to do?" He stops for a second. He looks around. He thinks. He goes, "I got to go home and take a shower."
We're finished, man.
You got to go home and take a shower. Dude, he left. He left.
He left us angry.
Man. So I played a song here one night called "Piggy's a Fool." Dun, 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 dun. You know, remember that song I played here one night? I played it up here on a Tuesday night. Well, it was after this friend, you know, that we affectionately call him Piggy. That's not his name, obviously, but he's earned that name. He's definitely earned that name, and it was that guy. But let me get back to you, Milo. What is the weirdest, funniest, baddest excuse you ever used to get out of something?
You don't hear the song?
No. There's no song. There's no song.
Oh, okay.
What song?
Piggy song. The Piggy song.
Yeah, no. Is it really? No, it's not coming out, man. It's not coming out. Oh, man, that sucks.
I tried.
You tried.
Yeah. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the gas. The gas. I think it was the gas. I was working in the factory. You know, the milk factory where I used to work. And I left from your place, and I was very, very, very not able to work that day. And I got to work, and I said, "Bae, this is not right. I shouldn't be here." It was way too much, and I was handling those huge machines. I was like, no. So I ended up coming up with the excuse. I said, "Bae, I left the gas running. I know for sure I left the gas running at home. I must leave." And the place was like, I don't know, 15 kilometers from Alba Iulia, something like that. So I ended up calling a taxi, going home, and not going back to work. I said, "I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow."
The gas.
The gas. I said, "I forgot the gas on. My apartment is going to explode." I'm sure they did not believe me. But I went.
You don't think they believed you?
No. But I think they could see the fact that I was not okay. For that day. No.
They prefer you went home anyway, probably.
Yeah. Man, I got away with so many things on that job place.
Oh, I know you did. I mean, I can't imagine some of the things I don't even know about, but I know you left my home at least that many times that you should not have gone to work, man. I can remember saying each and every time, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to work." "What? Are you out of your mind?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true, man. I gave you a lot of respect for that, man. On one hand, I gave you a lot of respect. On the other hand, I said, "What a dumbass! Why would you go to work like that?" But on this hand, I was like, "Man, that's respect, man."
I got the job done. I got the job done. 99% of the time, I got the job done. But that 1%, I had to leave.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Chess says, I said I was gay to get out of a date. I was young and dumb, so I didn't know how to say no. For years, every time I ran into her, my wrist would go a little limp and my would have a whistle to it. Oh, aren't you so special? Yeah, there you go. Renee would always do the fake call. Oh, I got a call. I got somewhere to be. Oh, I got to take this. I got to go. I got to go. Man.
Oh, and I never used that. I don't think I ever used that, the fake phone call. I know my cousin flew. My cousin had an alarm that it was not actually an alarm clock. It was a setting that he could do on his phone that got his phone ringing, showing a name. That's somebody calling him. And he used to put his father or his mother and stuff like that when he had to leave a place and didn't know how. Made his phone ring, go like, oh, yeah, I'll be home. Yeah.
Yeah, they got those apps you can put on your phone that you can set the time to call you just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case you don't like something. Yeah. You do that. Man, I met a girl. It was back in the days when the computer was first going, and catfishing was still a thing back then. And I gave a picture of the real me, which I was a good looking guy. Man, fuck off. You don't believe me. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get this one to show.
Man, I don't believe you.
Let me see.
I know you.
Man, let me see. Can you see that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? This was me. That was me when I was 25 years old. 24, 25 years old. This is when I was a stripper. I used to be a stripper for a couple of years. And this was me when I did that, right? So I called her. I was out wanting to date somebody, and I put the picture of me up there, put the real picture, and they put a fake picture up. And I went to meet them for a dinner at a steakhouse. And when I was a stripper, Vinay. I was a stripper. Yeah, it's true, for a couple of years. So when I went to meet her at the steakhouse, I got there and I realized when she came in, I saw her come in. And when I say she was a 240 kilogram girl, man, I'm not exaggerating. This girl had to be 200 kilograms. And easy 200, and I think more than that. So it's one of those. Yeah, here comes Maddie. Yeah, here comes Maddie. LOL. Okay, so she must have been like 200 kilograms. And anyway, she walked over to me and she says, "Excuse me, are you so and so?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Who are you?" And she said, I'm your date for the night. I said, oh. That was okay. So we went into the restaurant because I'm not that rude to walk away right away, right? I couldn't walk away, but this girl completely lied. So she deserved everything coming to her that I'm about to tell you. She deserved everything, but she completely lied to me about what she looked like, everything about her, And so we went into the restaurant and we started talking a little bit. And I said, listen, nothing for nothing. I said, but you are not who you presented yourself to be. And I'm just looking for this. And I'm trying to be here and I'm trying to be there, blah, blah, blah. Conversation. She says, yeah. She goes, well, most people don't want to meet me for who I am. So I find the need. I was like, well, no wonder they don't want to meet you for who you are. I mean, look at you, and it was this kind of thing. So the guy comes, you want to order this chick. And I had asked her beforehand, are you hungry? She says, not so much. I'm not too hungry. I was like, okay, great. We'll get a bite to eat. This was right before we met in person. We talked on the phone. I said, great. We'll go here. We'll get a quick bite to eat. We'll have a drink and maybe we'll go somewhere else afterwards. She said, fantastic. Sounds like a plan. Man, we get there. This chick ordered the most expensive shit from the menu. And I'm talking full on freaking practically a kilogram of steak, not quite, but 700 grams, damn close to a kilogram of steak, 700 gram steak, a big steak, full blown mash. I mean, the shit was full blown. She ordered it with all the, man. I said to her, listen, I got to get up. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Now, to this day, I'm not that proud of myself for it, but it was the only way I could see out of it. I went to the bathroom and I walked right out the back door. I didn't pay for shit. I didn't go back to that table. I didn't do shit. I let her take care of her own goddamn meal. I was not paying for. She ordered lobster and steak and a full-blown meal, and I'm like, dude, I wouldn't. I might pay for that for a model who was planning to put out that night. You could offer to put out, and I'm going to be like, no, that's going to be okay. So I ain't paying for that. I ain't doing that. And I asked you before, man, I got principles, bro. I got principles. And lying ain't it. And lying ain't it. What can I tell you? So, man, let me see what's happening. Maddie's here. Is Maddie here?
Yeah.
Hey, Maddie, how you doing, brother? Maddie, look at you. Hey, Maddie. Hey, Maddie. How is you, bro? Hey, Maddie, how is you, bro? Fuck you, Maddie. Maddie. They wouldn't let me comment in here, bro. This channel still exists. See, that's why it's a fuck you. See, that's why it's a fuck you, Maddie. This channel still exists. Of course it does. Hey, Tara, Joey, do you always keep that dollar bill with you just to prove you are hot? No, actually, I don't. See, but you admit that I was hot, don't you, Chaz? But you admit that I was hot, don't you, Chaz? Don't you? No, actually, that you mean right there? Yeah, come on, that's beautiful. You can admit it. That's beautiful stuff, isn't it, Chaz? You can admit it. Don't worry about it. Do I keep it with me? No, actually, I just got that thing. I just got that this past February when my mother came. My mother brought it with her from February. And man, not just that one. I got another dollar bill. She brought me both dollar bills. Here's another dollar bill. And there was my Scottish father, the one that used to. That's him after he had about 3 scotches. Look at him. Look at that fucking guy. He's had about 3 or 4 scotches. Yeah, that's my dad, man. So she brought me those this past February, man. So yeah. I didn't miss the live. No, you didn't, Tara. No, you didn't. So she is the same size as Joey. Yeah, no, not quite. Oh, I'm getting close to her right now, Maddie. I'm getting close to her.
Getting there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So let me see. Hey, yeah, how was you, bro? Hey, you didn't answer. How was you, bro? Come on, man. I like this chick. You go, girl. I mean, she knew it was the last date from the get-go, so go on with yourself. Eat all you want. That's true, Icebreaker. She knew it was right away. Sorry, but she deserved it. Oh my God. Yes, Ches. You see, that's what I'm trying to say, Ches. Oh my God, Joey. I know. To this day, I know I was an ass. To this day, I know that was not the right thing to do. Oh my God, Joey. I'm with you, Ches. But I'm also with the other part too. Sorry, but she deserved it. She lied, man. She lied. So I'm just trying to say. Man, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Bro, we're at an hour and a half. Are we continuing a little bit, or are we calling it a night, or what are we doing, man?
Let's go for another 7 minutes. Make it an hour and 40.
Another 7 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Tara. Hello, Tara. I did not say hello. Tara, I got to run and debate, Tara. I said to my brother, I almost think that you might be a man, Tara. Tara?
We did discuss that.
we did discuss it, right? I'm not lying, right?
Yes.
Tara, is there any chance, and I'm being serious, Tara, this one's pointed at you, is there any chance that you might be Shane Chambers in disguise? Yeah, a Canadian man. Thank you. Is there any chance you could be from Canada? Is there any chance? So, just curious.
Well, no crime, no man.
Okay, we believe you, Tara. We believe you. It'd be you'd go a lot way to your credibility if you'd grab a link and jump up here for a second.
It would be a goal of these.
Yeah, not from California. No, we have a friend of ours that left us a comment. Who hasn't joined us in a while, but he left us a comment, and it was right around the same time you joined, Tara. So I said to my brother over here, I said, man, I wonder if there's any chance that Tara could be from Canada. Yeah, is there
Very
any
good
chance
film.
of that? So I was just wondering, but yeah, I know I believe, man, Tara's a beautiful name. I'm going to have to put up a pic. Well
Yeah, you
now, well now you could if you could, I would love to see it, but at the same time, Jesus, Joey, I almost thought you were a man. Wow, Kashmir, did he use that line on you too? Jesus. He said that shit right here, man. Bro,
Kashmir, anything to say on this one?
no, actually, with Kashmir, you know what happened the first time I met Kashmir? And man, have you ever known love at first sight? Have you ever known that? Have any of you people ever known love at first sight?
No.
I can honestly say that Kashmir was love at first sight for me. You know, I met her when I was here to go through a divorce with my ex-wife, a Romanian girl. I met her, long story short. You know, I came here to fight it. The night I came here, arrived from America. I had no place to go. A friend picked me up, brought me to Alba Iulia. It was 10 o'clock at night. They called her and she didn't want to come out. Kashmir didn't want to come out. You know, she was a school teacher and she didn't want to come out and she had work the next day. But they convinced her to come out at a pizza place to have a pizza and meet me. So we came to a pizza place, long story short. And I can remember when she walked in, I didn't even care about the divorce no more. I was like, oh, okay, I'll sign the papers. We can be done with the paper. I fell in love with Kashmir from the moment I saw her. And I can honestly say that. I can honestly say that without any kind of unequivocations, without any kind of thing. Now, you can debate how deep our love goes now. 20 years later, we can have a debate, but I'll also tell you this. I love her as much today as I did back then. I've never, ever fallen out of love with her. I've been in love with her literally. I remember staring at that pizza place. I remember my eyes going like this. I put my hand on my head and I just staring at her, just staring. And she said to me, "You're making me uncomfortable. Why are you staring at me?" I said, "Because you're just so beautiful. You're just so beautiful." She came out with me the next day. Thank you to my surprise. She came out with me for 3 or 4 or 5 days, 6 days, almost 2 weeks. And I finally said to her, I finally got the nerve, and I didn't even do it in person. We were walking side by side in a park, walking back to hang out for the night, for a while. And I sent her a text on a phone. "I would like to kiss you." I didn't even have the guts to try to kiss her. I said, "I would like to kiss you." And she sent me back a text that says, "You should try. You should try. You should try." So that's how I got my first kiss from Kashmir. Yeah, man. That was a very romantic. Yes, Kashmir. It was very romantic, and it's the truth. It's absolutely 100% the truth, man. I've always loved my wife from the moment I saw her to this day. Now it's the truth. So, I get mad at her a lot. We fight a lot sometimes because I am Joey and she's Kashmir. Then those two things come with a lot of things. But I got to tell you, I love her. We have a beautiful son. So it's genuinely a very big romantic, it's a romantic love story. I've wanted to write a movie about our love. I wanted to write a story about our love at one point, but she won't let me. She won't let me.
Just write a book and publish it.
Just do it, right?
Just do it. Yeah.
So yeah, it's true. Kashmir is my heart, my soul. I'm not going anywhere. She'll be the death of me. She'll be the death of me for sure. I mean, she'll be here with me in death. I mean, she'll be here with me when I'm dead. That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. So, so yeah, man. All right, listen. One more. Let me see. What's your most expensive stupid mistake, Milo?
Most expensive stupid mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
But you would think that somebody who I fell in love with right from the start, you would think they would remember our goddamn anniversary, wouldn't you? Let me cut this snake off before it comes back to bite me. I'm going to cut the head off right now. I'm going to blame her. How come she didn't remember our anniversary? I'm old. I should forget shit. She's 16 years younger. She shouldn't have a memory problem. I mean, let's think about this logically for a moment, people. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, Milo. Go ahead. Kashmira? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I think Yeah, the most expensive stupid mistake when I left the guy to sleep inside my car. That was the most stupid mistake. A guy came in town and he asked me to sleep in my place, and I said, "But I cannot let you sleep in my place. We were not that close friends." But I said, "You know what? I'm gonna let you sleep in my car if you want." I said, "Okay, I'll take it because I don't have anywhere else to sleep." I said, "Okay." So I ended up going out with a couple of friends of mine that night. And the next day, around 9 o'clock in the morning, I was at a cafe. We spent the whole night out, and in the morning, I was having my coffee with some whiskey, and I get a phone call from the guy saying, "Man, I have to leave. I have to take care of some paperwork. How are we gonna do with the keys?" I said, "Babe, look, I'm right here. I was something like 15 minutes away if you walked." I said, "You can bring me the keys here or we can meet halfway. I'm almost done with my coffee. We can meet halfway. You hand me the keys and you go do your business." And I said, "Okay." So I finished my coffee. I get up with my friends and we started walking. And I get a phone call. That was, let's say, 10 minutes after, 5 to 10 minutes after the phone call. He calls me again and says, "Man, the car is on its side." I said, "What do you mean the car is on its side?" He said, "I tried to come with the car and get you, but it's on its side right now." I said, but don't worry about it. It's all good. We're gonna put it back on the wheels. I'm sure everything is okay." I go home behind my building block, my apartment block, and I look for the car and I don't see it. I said, "Babe, where's the car?" He points. It's right there. And I see a parked car. It was the blue Matiz. I see a parked car and I look at the car. I said, "Babe, it's not on the side. It's not on its side. I don't see any scratches." And then I see the license plate. It's not my car. I said, "Babe, where's my car?" "Where's my car?" And he goes like, "Over there." It was a live fence, those bushes.
Yeah.
Behind the bushes. Behind the bushes. I open the bushes. Man, the car was at least 10 meters away from the bushes, next to another apartment block. On the side, the guy jumped over the sidewalk, over the bushes, inside the garden, and I had to bring a crane to take the car out with a crane. There was no other way.
I think I'd have made him do that shit. No.
Yeah, I had Costco on the car. Believe it or not.
There you go. There you go.
Costco paid for everything.
That's an expensive one, bro.
It was a very expensive one. It didn't cost me nothing.
Oh, the Costco paid for it?
Yeah, Costco paid for everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have one. I don't have expensive mistakes because I just threw money away anyway. So I got so many mistakes that that cost a lot of money that I really don't know. To be honest with you, an expensive mistake. Huh.
Nothing.
Not one that I can say that would be.
I think your trip to Budapest instead of Bucharest.
That was a pretty expensive mistake, man. Man, as an American, yeah, I'll tell this story before we go. As an American, man, did I ever tell the story here before? I have, right? I told the story, I think.
I think so, but Ches doesn't know it.
Oh, but Ches is just one person. He's a good person. He had my back.
Arab doesn't know it.
Did you see Ches has my back? I agree, Joey. You're a modern woman, Kashmir. You should have remembered the anniversary and treated Joey like a princess. You fucker. You mean like a prince. He had a typo there. He means prince. Where's your chivalry? Man, like a princess. What's wrong with you, man? I thought you had my back for a second. Then you diss me on the backhand? Jesus H. Mary and Joseph. That man, Bucharest, man. when the first time I ever visited Romania, as an American, who knew there was a difference between Budapest, Bucharest, all these ests, you know what I mean? So my wife at the time, or girlfriend at the time, she was my girlfriend at the time. My girlfriend at the time, she said to me, okay, come on, I'll meet you, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, great. So I made a ticket and I flew into Budapest, Hungary. Not knowing it was Budapest, Hungary, thinking it was Romania, Bucharest. So I made the ticket for Budapest, and that's how it clicked on me. And I flew into Budapest. My wife went down to Bucharest. My girlfriend went down to Bucharest to meet me. And I was like, man, I call her up. I'm like, where are you? She says, I'm in Bucharest. Where are you? I said, I'm in Budapest airport. She goes, well, what are you doing in Hungary? I said, what do you mean? What am I doing in Hungary? What are you doing down in Bucharest? She goes, that's Romania. I'm like, oh, okay. So what do we do? She had to come back from Bucharest. And when she did, I'm down. I'm in Budapest with no way to get to Romania. So what do? I go out and I find, after this takes a couple hours to do. This is all a couple hours. This doesn't happen in 10 minutes. This takes a couple hours. It took her about 5 or 6 hours to get back from Bucharest up to her home. So she went 5 or 6 hours to Bucharest,
Yeah,
it was like 5 or 6 hours. So it was like, it took me about 3 hours to secure my bus, and then another 2-hour drive over to a 2.5 hour drive, 3-hour drive over to Cluj. So what happened was she came back from Bucharest and I had to find a way to get from Budapest to Romania. So I found a bus there, and there was a bus guy there, and there was one other person on the bus. And I said to him, he had a sign, Cluj-Napoca, Romania. I said, I need to go to Romania. and I need to go there. I need to go there. I said, you're going to Cluj-Napoca. That's where my girlfriend told me I should go, was Cluj-Napoca. I said, how do I get there? He says, well, you come with me on the bus. I said, you got spaces available? He said, yeah. He says, I'm waiting for a group. This is like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He says, I'm waiting for a group. They're coming in at 11 o'clock tonight. I said, 11 o'clock at night. We've got 7 or 8 hours to wait. He says, yeah. I said, how many are there? He said, there's something like about 8 people coming. This bus held 12 people. He said, there's like 8 people. I still have a couple of places to go. I said, well, listen, I don't want to wait till 11 o'clock. So, what can we do? He said, well, you can buy all the seats. I said, and how much does that cost? And he said 100, and I think it was 120 lei a seat or 100 lei a seat or something at the time. And I said to myself, that which equated at the time to be like $20 a seat, So I said, $20 a seat. I can buy all of them. I said, okay, for $240 or $250 total. I rented the whole bus, and just me and this one other guy. This one other person went. I said, here's for all the seats. Let's leave now. And I paid him on the spot for all the seats of the bus for just the 2 of us to go. And I said, what are you going to do about the other people coming? No, I was even concerned about the other people coming. He said, there's no problem. I can send another bus. There's plenty of time to send another bus for them. So I rented the whole bus to get to Romania, man. Yeah, that's a true story too. That happened. I don't know if it's my most expensive mistake, but it was definitely one of my dumbest mistakes.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my dumbest ones, man. So she met me over at Cluj-Napoca and we got there. So anyway, man, I think we're about there, brother.
Yep.
It's all the stories we can tell because we got to save stuff for other days too. You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm with you.
So what do you say? It's all up to you. You got your time.
Say thank you everybody for being here with us and listening to our stories. But just saying, today is open mic night where you guys from the chat should join us on stage and share your stories with us.
Look what she's throwing up here. This summer he forgot my birthday too. Well, you know something, Kashmira, instead of blaming me, you should feel like maybe there's an issue here you should investigate and help me solve. Maybe. I'm just trying to say. See, yes. Thank you, Vinay. Seems like age is definitely kicking in. That's what I'm seeing. That's called support. Thank you, Vinay. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to talk about. And thank God I'm not much into birthdays and anniversaries and stuff. screw you. You forgot the anniversary too. So thank God, no. But the birthday, but that other thing was, real go. So man, I'm sorry, Milo. I just had to get that in there because she's trying to diss me, and no, I cannot have that. But I did forget her birthday. I didn't really forget her birthday. I remembered her birthday, but it wasn't until like 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock at night or something that I remembered it. I did remember it, but it was like,
you were
so that
safe.
still counts.
Yeah, you were safe. Even 11:58.
Right? I mean, I remembered her birthday at like 7 o'clock. That still counts, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so too. Okay. I thought so too. But not getting none on your anniversary. That's just. I mean, who doesn't get none on their anniversary, right?
No.
That's wrong. I mean, by any man's standard, not getting nothing on your anniversary is wrong. So I put the onus back into Kashmir. I because she forgot, man. So we both. I'm sorry, Milo. Go ahead,
Kashmira,
Kashmir.
take care of Joey.
Take care of Joey.
Take care of Joey.
It was love at first sight, Kashmir. What do you expect?
Yeah. As I was saying, thank you everybody for being here with us on Tuesday night, open mic night. Spread the kindness, spread the love, and we'll see you on Thursday.
And see you on Thursday. Yeah, where we have no idea what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about it. We had a great show on Sunday with the toga party. My brother and I have decided we will do a meme themed show once a month. We will do that. It'll be in the middle of each month. We're not sure what the next one's going. We do know what the next one's going to be, by the way. So get your thinking caps on. We do, Milo. I'll let you tell them what the next theme show is about. That'll be around July 15th, 14th, whatever Sunday or Thursday is in that area. So you have a month to think about it.
Yeah, so me and Joey discussed a little bit today about the theme night, and we decided that it's gonna be a superhero night.
But not an existing hero.
That's the thing. You cannot come as Wonder Woman, Superman, or Ant-Man, or it doesn't matter. No. You have to come up with a new superhero. You have to be original. So, Benay, Icebringer,
and two other people. We have room for 4 people. We have room for 4 people. So, any 4 of you that want to come up here and join us for Superhero Night in mid-July, come up with an idea who your superhero is going to be. We thought about you, Vinay, specifically for this one because, it's wintertime. It's wintertime and in South Africa. And we thought maybe you could come as Radiator Girl or something. So you didn't have to be cold. We were thinking whatever it is, you could dress yourself nice and warm so you don't have to be cold. So Chebs will be here as the Invisible Man. Not sorry, Invisible Man, we don't accept because that's a known guy. We got to be something brand new, spanking new. You can have a superhuman. You could be a superhuman. What do you want it to be? Come up with a little costume. Remember, you only have to come up with a costume from chest high because you can't see anything else. So it's basically face and headgear that you got to come up with. And we're going to do that. So superhero, superhero is going to be our next theme, and that'll come up mid-July, right, my brother?
Yeah, mid-July.
So you guys got time to think about it. Here you go. Everything my brother said: Ches, Tara, Vinay, Robbie, Kashmira, Icebringer, Marion. Who else did I forget? Even Maddie. All you guys. Even Maddie. I noticed Maddie didn't say anything after I said hello. What's up, bro?
And don't forget about Chase.
And don't forget about Chase sitting out there in the sidelines. Yeah, Chase, don't be a stranger, man. Pop up in here. Vinay ain't gonna bite your head off. Don't worry about it. I got her under control. Vinay, you be nice to Chase if he shows up in here. So, hey, I'm Joey Schitz. That there's Milo Giggles. Yeah, that there's Milo Giggles. Together we make shits and giggles here on It's Not Okay TV. Tuesday night's all about you, all about us. Just get in here and bullshit. Just grab a link, join us. That's how we roll. Sundays and Thursdays, we're back to our regularly scheduled trivia and everything else this coming Thursday. Look forward to seeing you there. But until then, it's so long farewell, but it's never goodbye. Catch you then.